Great to have you here, Gary. We think that the Gary Player Invitation is fantastic. What's your goal for the Player Foundation?
We have a goal to try and raise $100 million. Very, very difficult because I'm 83 now, but who knows how long I'll live. And people have been so generous. And the nice thing about it, you know, we can show you what we've done. We've built AIDS centers in China, schools in South Africa, the DePaul home in London where we take homeless people sleeping in the street and have given them a place in the sun and education with all the technology. The Berenberg Bank in Germany have sponsored it. It's been unbelievable to see, because I struggled and suffered as a young person to a great degree, maybe not as much as some of the kids in Syria or where there are wars, but I suffered a great deal. And so it's such a pleasure to see the smiles on people's faces when you give them a place in the sun, because we're so busy now, everybody, we forget about the needy in our lives.
You're a massive supporter of golf, and especially women's golf. Why do you think more people should watch and support women's golf?
Well, first of all, women's golf is brilliant. These ladies have beautiful bodies because they're exercising and staying in shape. And what we're trying to do is support women's golf. We in our foundation were the first to really put 50-50 of women and men, and now people are copying us, which is great. So we started the trend to a great degree. Also, we need young women today to be playing golf. They're getting put on a wrong trend. You know, you go to every movie today, somebody's being shot or the F word's being used. So how do I got 22 grandchildren? How do I take a 12-year-old to a movie anymore? The world is going nuts. And I mean, no wonder people are shooting each other in schools and going crazy around the world, because this is how they're brought up from day one. So it certainly wasn't like that in our time. And we didn't have all these things happening in those days. And there wasn't the drug abuse. So it's a different world. And so we've all got to, you know, anybody who does well in life has a debt incurred. We owe it to society to contribute some way or another. And I find people, I must say, particularly in the business field in our foundations, are very, very charitable.
You've spoken very passionately about the need to do a lot more for women's golf. Do you think your idea that contributing 1% of prize money earned by men on the regular tour could go towards women's golf getting bigger and better tournaments and could become a reality?
I'm so pleased that you're aware of that, because often when you make suggestions, it's on deaf ears. But these young men they make more money sometimes on 2 appearances, not playing, 2 appearances that Arnold, Jack and I made in our entire careers, and we won 350 tournaments between us and maybe 50 majors. So, I mean, and that's great. I'm delighted to see that. But to me, they make so much money. Yes, the PGA of America has been fantastic. They're on their 3rd billion now. But I'd like to see the actual individual give 1%, 1 lousy percent of his prize money back to the ladies' tour to help them continue to have a decent tour to play in. These ladies are fantastic, really. If I was a businessman today or a company that wanted to sponsor, I would put my money into women's golf, because it's not only for them. They're great with their sponsors, they write letters of thanks, they're appreciative.
Saadiyat Beach last year were a part of Women's Golf Day, when all women throughout the UAE were invited to come and play the course at a discounted rate and also take part in free clinics. Do you think this is something that clubs should do on a more regular basis globally?
Absolutely. We've got to remember that the youth of a nation are the trustees of posterity. We've got to get young people involved. And it's so easy, one day for a club to invite people free of charge. They've got to do something like that, because the vacuums will be filled with elderly members who are going to retire and resign. You've got to have that vacuum filled with young people. And they've got to realize this, so they've got to put the efforts into young people at this time.
Do you think that amateurs learning the game can relate more to how women play than the men?
Definitely, because the women swing with a greater tempo. They have more supple bodies than the men. They finish the swing, which is important. You see them swing the club back with tempo, and they finish with great balance. It's a great thing to visualize that, and I think so. I think the woman, you learn more watching a woman swing. And the great thing is that you have a ladies' tee and you have a men's tee. That's why golf is such a great game. First of all, you can play forever. I'm 83 and I'm still averaging 70. I'm beating my age by 13 shots a day. Sometimes I've beaten my age by 16 shots. So it's a game forever, not like soccer, tennis, or rugby. You're finished when you're 32, and most of the people are crocked. So, you know, people must think about that for the future. And it's a game that helps you in your business. It helps you in life. The rules in golf are so strict. There's no excuse. Roberto Di Vincenzo in the Masters got a 3 on the 71st hole. 1 billion people saw that. He signed for a 4. The 4 remained.